Hello everyone, welcome to XDI Tutorials. Today we are going to see basics of rigging in Maya. Rigging is used for applying joints to the character and it is also very important for animating the character. For example, a character is basically composed of number of pieces of geometry. These pieces of geometry are connected via skeleton and this skeleton is organized then by using rigging. So rigging makes it easy for the animator to give the movement to the objects. Now there are two systems for rigging in Maya. The first one is inverse kinematics, second one is forward kinematics. Now we will see the difference between each one of them one by one. Now let's switch to Maya. Here there are two bone setups which I have created. This one is working on inverse kinematics and this bone setup is working on forward kinematics. Before starting that, we will see the parent-child relationship between the bones. The first bone which is created is always known as the parent and rest of all the bones in the chain are known as child. The difference between the parent and the child is wherever the parent moves, the child also moves with the parent bone. And if you move the child bone, the parent bone doesn't change its position. So if you want to move the whole chain, we will always have to select the parent bone and then do the particular movement. Now for example, if you have a joint chain, let's say a shoulder, elbow and a wrist part. The difference between IK and FK is where on the chain you start and where you want to move the joints. With FK, you can start at the top of the chain and rotate the shoulder, like here I am rotating, and then the elbow part, and after that rotate the wrist part, since this is the natural order of the joints. No special tools are required for FK system. Now same thing we'll see with the IK system. The IK system is opposite of that. You just have to move the bottom of the chain by selecting the locator and it influences every joint above it. That is, here we'll select the locator and if you drag the wrist part, then it is also going to move the elbow and the shoulder part accordingly. So this is how the inverse kinematics work and the forward kinematics work individually. Okay, so now let's see some of the rig examples. Go to file, open scene, and from here we will see first of all a car rig. Click open. Here you can see that this is the basic rig which is created for this car model. Here these are controllers which are used for the movement of the model. So we'll see this controller, select the controller and here you can rotate and see that the car wheels are also rotating with this controller. Same thing, there is another controller here. After rotating this controller, you can see that both the wheels and the car is also rotating. Now let's see with this controller. Here we select this controller and move forward and backward. You can see that the front and the rear suspension of the car can be controlled individually by using this controller. And same thing with the left and right side. These movements can also be done by using this controller. And this is the overall car controller. And this one is known as global controller. It will move all the other controllers and also the car mesh with it. Now let us see the next example. Go to file, select open scene and select the second file. Here you can see a horse rig. This type of rig is known as a quadruped rig. And same thing like car rig, here also you are having many controllers to control the geometry. So after applying the controllers to the particular rig, it becomes easy for the animator to animate that particular geometry. Here you can see the bone setup for this particular rig. Press Alt plus H and you can see it will hide the geometry and only show the rig. Press Ctrl Shift plus H to again view it. Now we'll see the controllers one by one. Here there are controllers which are related to neck. So you can rotate them and you can see that the geometry is also moving in that manner. These locators are there for movement of eyes. Here you can see that as soon as I move the locator, the eyes are also moving. Same thing for leg. As soon as I move the controller, you can see that the leg is moving, and also this portion is also having some movement. We'll bring it to default. Here, this one is the global controller. It will move the whole mesh and also the overall rig of the particular geometry. So this is how the quadruped rig is made. Now let's see another rig example. Here you can see a biped rig setup, and these are the controllers which are related to this rig. By using these controllers, you can control the facial expression of this character, and let's move it and see what happens. Here you can see that you can control the eye part, you can scale the eyes, and same thing here. This controller can be used for lip movement of both the lips, and the circular controller which is visible here can be used for upper lip movement. In this way you can control the facial expression. From here, by using this controller you can rotate the hand, and here this is the hip controller. You can control the hip movement by using this controller. Now let's see the bone setup. Press 4 to take the model in the wireframe mode, and here you can see that this is the overall bone setup. These are the spine bones, these two are the hip bones, and these are the bones related to hand. So in this way a biped rig is made, and this one is the global controller which will move the rig along with the mesh and the controllers. And in this way we have seen the different types of rig setups and also the basics like IK and FK. So thank you guys for watching this tutorial. Hope you have liked it.